All right.
Oh.
You ready?
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm
All
always
right.
ready.
Okay. I'm Mark Anthony, the Vegas tourist.
Do you want me on this?
This is Marty.
What?
Just
Hey.
kind of ignore him back there.
Geez.
This guy here is a friend of mine, fellow tour guide and busker, or you're when you're down here at the sign. What
Just
do you call
Elvis.
yourself?
People call me Elvis.
Okay, all right.
They call me Elvis.
How long have you been doing it down here?
I started doing this about 2011.
Really? And you've lived here for how long?
I moved here in 06. I lost everything in divorce and I moved here in 2006.
Really? You moved here in 2006 from
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Wow. So how did you become the Vegas, you know a lot about Vegas.
Right.
Why? How?
Read. Every day when I go home, I read.
You're popular today.
I know. I read as soon as I go home. I start to read something. My project this week that I have to is I want to memorize all the mountain ranges around Nevada.
Okay.
Mark, there's something like 300 of them that run north to south.
Right. Yeah, I want to learn all the mountain ranges and all the various cacti. I know a bunch of the cacti, because you got to know what to eat.
Yeah.
When you're out in the desert, you have to know what to eat.
Right. So what did you do back in Pittsburgh?
I was a hairdresser.
Really? Cool.
Yeah, I was a hairdresser. I taught hair color from out of New York City, and I had my own hair salon in downtown Pittsburgh. And then, but I had the only 24 hair salon in Pittsburgh. And but I was part of research and development for different hair color.
Okay.
So that put me in New York City. But I was part of the International Hair Show. So we worked in Miami and Long Beach and Chicago and New York and Miami and Pittsburgh.
Wow.
So I got to travel a lot, and I got to meet everybody, the beautiful people.
So then the divorce, you said, screw it, I'm moving to Vegas.
Yeah, my ex-wife hated Las Vegas. She couldn't take the heat, and she just hated everything about it. Yep. And every time we were here together, I was in love with it.
Cool.
I was in love with Vegas, and I love the heat.
Yeah.
So when she announced our divorce, I hated our divorce. I loved my wife. But when it was time for me to go, I said, I'm coming to Vegas, no doubt.
So then
I started to work at the MGM at the hair salon.
Really? And you just got tired of that? And said,
One day I got tired of doing hair, and I was like, enough is enough. And I came out. People my whole life have been telling me I look like Elvis. I should do Elvis. So I bought an Elvis outfit. I started to walk up and down the strip. I made a few bucks. At night.
All of a sudden.
Yes, I was like, this could work. And then I ran into a couple of people that had wedding companies.
Yep.
And they needed someone that looked like Elvis for their weddings. So that's how that started to evolve. Then I got myself licensed.
Licensed?
I'm a licensed minister.
Ooh, you can do marriages.
I can do weddings.
All right.
Yes, and then that's how that whole thing evolved. So if you Google 24-hour Vegas wedding, that's me.
24-hour?
24-hour Vegas wedding site.
Okay.
That's me.
Got that? All right. Okay. So you're down here at the sign. Betty Willis.
Betty Willis.
1955? 56?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the sign went up? 1959.
59.
The sign went up in 1959. Back then, America only had 48 states. Alaska and Hawaii became states in 59 as well.
Wow.
1959.
Okay.
So Dawn Wells, who we all know and love, Marianne from Gilligan's Island, she was Miss Nevada that year. She was the first Miss America contestant to take her picture at the Las Vegas sign.
Cool.
And that was 59.
All right.
She didn't win Miss America.
No.
To break our heart, but she was Miss Nevada.
Wow.
Yes.
Cool.
So the famous people born that year were Marie Osmond, who we love.
Yeah.
Marie Osmond, myself. I was born in 59.
Well, cool. My brother, same year.
So there you go.
Cool. All right.
And then Barbie the doll came out in 1959.
Have you seen the Barbie Expo down there?
Fantastic.
Is it?
I want to check that out some more. I'm always loving it.
Cool. All right.
Now, the reason Barbie came out in 1959 is that was the year of the largest quantity of the most beautiful babies ever born in one year.
Boy, and they say I've got a head full of useless trivia.
Well, my sister thinks it was 1963, but what does she know?
Really.
It was 59.
Down here at the sign, what is the number one question you're asked?
The number one question?
Yeah.
People always want to know where to go.
Okay.
People always want to know where to go. And I ask them what is their interest.
Yeah.
You know, because you don't want to tell someone who wants to go hiking to go to Fremont.
Right.
Or you don't want to tell someone that wants to go gambling to go out to Red Rock.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you want to find out. You got to get a little bit of what they want, and then I can guide them off in different directions.
Okay. Cool.
But I've made friends from all around the world because of that.
I always tell people one of the best things I love about being a tour guide is you get to meet people from all over the world when they're relaxed, their guard is down, and they just want to have fun.
Right.
I've learned more world history and just geopolitical history from
clients.
Talking. Yeah. You know, and
I agree. I learn so much from my clients all the time.
yeah. What are the tours you do now?
We're going out to Zion. We do Zion a couple of times a week. We're in Utah and Arizona.
Yeah.
We do the Antelope Canyon, which is the slot canyons.
Yep.
Those are very nice. So you have to do Horseshoe Bend because that's only 10 miles
Right.
away from the Antelope. And then we take people to the Glen Canyon Dam.
Yeah.
Then we bring them back. We also have a tour that goes to the Las Vegas sign. Then we take the people out to Seven Magic Mountains.
Is that what you were doing last night?
Yesterday, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had two of them to go out from the sign out to Seven Magic. And then what we're going to do is we're going to tie in the Pioneer. You know, the Pioneer Bar and Restaurant?
Yeah,
we're going to
saloon.
tie it into that, the saloon.
Cool.
Because that's one of the greatest stories of Las Vegas.
Oh, definitely.
You know?
Clark
Gable.
Well, just that's really where Clark County began. Was right there.
Correct.
You know, and of course the mining and the.
Yeah, I think they have the oldest liquor license in Nevada or something.
Yep. What they use as a merchandise shed was a Sears and Roebuck building,
Okay.
ordered from a Sears and Roebuck catalog, which is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was great when you're sitting there eating food, which is great, you know. You can still see the bullet holes in the walls.
Yeah.
You know, they have the old brass rail and the spittoons. I mean, it is such a throwback in history.
Yeah.
You know? Now, one of the things that they're doing out at the Pioneer Saloon, I don't know if you're aware of this, but a couple of years ago, all the celebrities were tying their names to tequila.
Yes.
Everybody has their name on a tequila.
Right.
The new trend is moonshine. So moonshine is the new thing that celebrities tie their name to.
Right.
So when you go to the Pioneer, you can sit on one of the outdoor patios, of which they have a number, and then you'll see the names of the like NASCAR guys
Right.
or Hollywood people, and their names are on their wooden barrel of the moonshine.
Wow.
Yeah, that's going to be the new big deal.
How long have you been coming to Vegas?
I first came to Las Vegas was my folks' 40th wedding anniversary, and we did a surprise for my mom. My dad came out here with my mom a couple of days early, and they were going to have a vow renew over at the, what hotel did they stay at? We were at Excalibur.
Oh.
And then after about 2 days of my folks being out here in Vegas, then I came out with my siblings and everybody. We all flew out and surprised my mom.
Oh, neat.
You know, so that was my first time to Las Vegas. But by the time I got out to Tropicana Boulevard out of the airport, I was head over heels in love with this town.
So what year was that, do you think? Do you remember?
That had to be, that was about 1995.
Okay, so the Mirage was open, but not the Bellagio.
The Bellagio was open 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. All right.
The Bellagio was open 2 weeks the day we landed.
Wow.
Yes, we got to take in all the brand new Bellagio when it was like brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was open 2 weeks.
Wow. What's your favorite hotel on the Strip?
You know, even though I live on the Strip, I love to goof off down at New York.
Really? Why?
I live next door to the Encore. There's something about the New York. It is comfortable. I love the pool. I love the atmosphere. I love being on that intersection of Trop and Las Vegas Boulevard because there's a lot of stuff happening.
Oh, God, yes.
You know, if you can't have fun down there, then your fun department is broken. You know, but I just really love everything about the New York.
Well,
it's just a comfortable place.
yes. Yeah.
It's just a nice, cool hotel.
it is.
I worked at the MGM for 5 years doing hair, and I've been in every square inch of that hotel. I know that I've stayed in more hotels on the Strip once I've moved here. You know,
Yep.
I've stayed in Mandalay Bay since I've lived here. I stayed at the Luxor. I've stayed in the Mirage, obviously New York, MGM a bunch. But I've stayed in more hotels since I moved to Las Vegas, and I live on the Strip next to the Encore. But I just, just to get away from that part of
Yeah.
town. And
Well,
if friends would be staying in New York, I'll stay in New York, that's for sure.
yeah. Well, Vegas has something for everybody.
Without a doubt.
I mean, even now, yes, we don't have the 99-cent shrimp cocktail and all that, but there's still something here for everybody.
Right.
I mean, some people like the MGM. They like that huge place. And then you have the people, I mean, one of the ones that I miss, which is really weird, is the Monte Carlo.
Yes.
Because the Monte Carlo was like the MGM. It was just a comfortable place to hang out. You didn't feel like you were crowded with 10 million other tourists there. It was just you and, it was just that nice, slow feeling.
Well, when people call me on the phone or emails and things like that, social media, they say, where should I stay when I come to Las Vegas? And this is what I tell people all the time. Take your first 2 nights and stay somewhere downtown. Golden Nugget, any place downtown, but spend 2 nights downtown, Fremont area, then spend the rest of your time on the Strip. So it's like having 2 vacations with a cab ride in the middle.
Yeah.
Because they're 2 totally in different environments, even though it's the same street.
Okay, so let's go to the other side. What resort do you miss? The ones that have been gone. Because, okay, but you've only been here since 2011.
I miss the Riviera.
Oh, God.
I love the
Oh.
Riviera. The Riviera was great. The Riviera is the first place to sign $1 million contract for an entertainer.
And that was
Liberace.
Yeah.
He signed the first 7-digit contract in Vegas.
Were you able to go to his museum?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was awesome.
No, and I only learned this after his death, but he came to Pittsburgh, my hometown, and he was sick in the hospital during one of his shows. Well, a wonderful nurse took care of him, went out of her way, and did all kind of special stuff to take care of him, and they befriended each other. Well, my aunt only told me of their relationship after he died. She was
Really?
the nurse.
Oh, man.
Yes.
Oh,
And she was friends with Liberace for like the last 20 years of his life.
oh, neat.
Yeah, but she has great stories about Liberace. But yes, I was at his museum.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I've taken people on my tours because I only can take pictures of the outside.
Right.
But at least it's still cool. You can sit on the stairs.
Yeah.
And, having a picture of Liberace's outside is better than nothing.
Right. Okay, so now we're in front of the MGM. There are 12,000 hotel rooms on this corner.
This intersection has more rooms than all the hotels in San Francisco combined.
Really?
This one intersection.
Okay, that one I didn't know.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah,
This is the busiest intersection in the world.
yeah, yeah. And they want to put a stadium over here at the Tropicana, which I think is a stupid idea. But that's just me. Yeah. It's funny because you tell people that, and they're just like, it's like that's my town. I have 12,000 people in my town. It's like, yeah, we got it on one street corner.
Right.
So, and it's just, and then we have 130,000 rooms down the Strip here.
There's a bunch. There is a bunch. If you can get a room here, you didn't try hard enough. One of the things that was great about MGM is I got to meet everybody. The Gretzkys were my clients for a while, but I met everybody that you can think of.
Yeah.
Movies, movie star, TV stars, athletes, politicians, NASCAR guys. If you can think of it, they've been to the MGM.
Yes.
That's the place.
Yes.
So I know that Wynn and the Encore and everybody gets their celebrities, but MGM in real life, when all the dust settles, MGM is the popular hotel.
Yeah. Well, they've got the mansions in back, and
Right. The mansions are great.
Yeah.
The mansions are great. Yeah, I've done hair in the mansions on different people.
Really?
It's so much fun.
Oh.
Each one of those mansion suites has their own beauty salon in it, like a barber shop.
Really?
Yeah, so we could take our equipment up there and do makeup and hair and all that kind of stuff. Matter of fact, some of the bathtubs and some of these mansions rooms have 2 TVs in the bathtub.
In the bathtub.
So that the couple sitting facing each other can watch two different things at the same time. So she can watch Friends while he's watching the football game in their bathtub together.
Oh, God. Oh.
Which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Years ago, I had clients from Sweden, and they wanted my wife and I to be in their wedding. You know, they came here to do the tour, and then they were going to do a wedding at the Bellagio, and so that center tower is where all of the bridal suites are. And it was just so funny because I had not been here that long. The suite had 2 bathrooms, his and hers. Well, her bathroom was the size of my freaking apartment.
Yeah. Isn't that the truth?
I mean, and that's the bathroom.
Right. I know. It's amazing the amount of size.
Yeah, it just boggles my mind. And, I mean, the first five years I was a chauffeur here, and I would talk to my guests. I did a lot of work at the Bellagio, and I'm from Minnesota. So the first time someone told me that they paid $10,000 for a suite, I'm just going, what the hell, 10 grand? He's like, yeah, it's not bad.
You're thinking, my folks bought their first house for that much money.
Yeah. And it's that whole, it's not bad for a hotel room. And I'm just sitting there going, 10 grand, but Vegas has people that come here that,
they'll drop it.
Yeah, it's like, it's not that bad of a deal.
Bellagio is wonderful. That's a wonderful hotel.
Okay, so now Ballys was originally the MGM.
Correct.
That's the one that caught fire in 1981, killing 87 people.
80s, right.
Now it's just Ballys. Now they're transforming it to the Horseshoe, and now they're having also the World Series of Poker there right now.
So is Binion's in part of that?
No.
They're just changing it to Horseshoe.
Well, Caesars bought the Horseshoe name.
Oh, okay.
Probably about the time right before you came here. Caesars bought the Horseshoe Binion's downtown, took the World Series of Poker, took the name Horseshoe, and then sold Binion's to who owns it now.
Well, I've got a story about Ballys that's really cool. Before I ever came to Las Vegas, I dated this beautiful, beautiful girl from Pittsburgh, but she went to school at UNLV. Well, while she was going to school, she worked at the front desk at Bally's. But she was so beautiful that she was in one of the ring girls at the boxing matches. Yeah. She was in a Billy Idol video.
Oh, wow.
She played a hooker in front of Bally's in a Ted Nugent video. She had if you're watching Rocky IV, that's the one where the big Russian punches Apollo Creed and he dies.
Yeah. So
when the wife stands up, my former fiance Bonnie, she's in that scene for like a millisecond, but she was just so beautiful that they moved her away from the regular extras. So that's the first thing I knew about Bally's. So before I ever came to Bally's, before I ever came to Vegas my first time, I had all these ideas about Bally's. I couldn't wait to see Bally's.
Yep.
I missed the fountains in front of Bally's because there's stores everywhere.
Yeah.
But that fountain was classic.
Oh, yeah.
But they had to do what they had to do, because of all the homeless people living in it.
Okay, so what are your thoughts on the Mirage?
I love the Mirage.
Okay.
The Mirage is a lot of fun. I love the volcano in the front.
Yeah, but now that Hard Rock owns it, they're going to take the...
Yeah, they're making a guitar.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be terrific.
Do you?
Yeah.
You are about the only person I've met that said that.
I can't wait to see it.
Oh.
I can't. I'm going to miss the Mirage the way it is, but I can't wait to see this new thing. I've only seen pictures of the one in Florida.
Yeah.
But I'm anxious to see how this is going to be. And I lived right across the street from there, so I'll be able to get a room, and in the guitar neck, and keep an eye on my condo. So I'll be able to do that.
Have you been up on the big wheel on the?
Oh yeah, a lot.
Okay.
Only for weddings.
Really?
Oh yeah, I've married a whole bunch of people up there.
They do weddings on the.
Well, there's a couple of ways you can do it.
Okay.
Because it's actually
Okay, we're talking about the high roller now.
Right, the high roller.
All right.
Now, you're actually supposed to go through, and I'm not going to say the lady's name, but you're actually supposed to go through the office at the Flamingo.
Right.
Because they control the weddings and stuff. They coordinate all that. Yeah. Now, being in the wedding industry, you kind of learn what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. So what I tell my clients, if they want to get married, on the wheel, it's very, very expensive unless we just do it covertly.
You just show up.
Yeah, we just kind of show up, and then once we get to the top, then I do the vows. Then I fill out the paperwork, and then we come back down to the bottom.
That's all done.
And that's all done.
It's all done. We're out of here.
Yes, I've done it a few times. I've done it a few times.
What are some of the more stranger weddings?
I did a wedding, the most strange wedding. I don't even know if we can talk about this. Was over at the Green Door.
Oh, yes. Oh, go for it.
Can I talk about the Green Door?
Yep.
Okay, while the wedding was going on.
That was a social club.
Yeah, we'll call it a social club. While I was doing the wedding, the bride and the groom were actually interacting, we'll say.
Okay.
Interacting with another couple.
During the
vows.
During the vows.
During the vows.
Oh my God.
So the girls actually had to stop so that they could talk.
Right.
You know.
Yep.
And
Monica Lewinsky thing.
Okay, yeah, they were before. Yeah, they were the precursors to Monica Lewinsky. But yes, that had to be one of the more strange ones. And I was getting paid, and they were all adults, and the paperwork was legal.
Yep.
So fine with me.
Yep.
If Clark County said it's good with me.
I used to come in for the Consumer Electronics Show.
Oh, great convention.
Oh, I love it.
Great convention.
Love it. And I'm from Minnesota, so things didn't make sense here. Some things don't make sense here for the average tourist, and so I would ask, why is this? And they, in the Bellman or whatever, it's Vegas.
Right.
I could never understand that answer. It's Vegas.
It's Vegas.
Now I move here, it's Vegas.
It's Vegas.
Totally get that answer now.
Yep.
Why is this happening? It's Vegas.
It's Vegas.
Margaritaville, ever been there?
Oh, a lot. Now, I was friends with Jimmy Buffett for a number of years back in Pittsburgh. His band would perform, and then the next day they would have breakfast at the little diner next door to my hair salon.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
neat.
So that's how I got to meet them.
Okay.
To meet Jimmy Buffett and all the guys. So I had kind of a relationship with them for years. Jimmy's a real nice guy.
He is.
But I was at Margaritaville the night they introduced the Land Shark beer.
Really?
What a party that was. That might still be my last hangover. But they're introducing Land Shark beer that night, and they had one of the best reggae bands I've ever heard in my life. And I don't know if there was anybody that was standing still. You had to be moving it.
Yes.
Your butt was moving whether you wanted it to or not.
Yeah.
And what a party that was. Oh my God.
Yeah, I've been, I've been in there a couple of times, and it just breaks out.
How do you not love the hamburger?
Yeah.
The cheeseburger's great.
Well, that and the whole atmosphere.
Everything's great.
Yeah, it's just it is one of the few clubs I've been in this town where you don't feel that it's made up.
Right.
That that the staff is doing what they're doing because they're being paid to. So to appease the tourists. It's not. Everyone just has a fun time there.
It's a wonderful place.
Yeah.
That's a real fun place. But I love the Flamingo.
Why?
Because of the relationship with Elvis and the whole thing in the movie. Three of my favorite movies is the Las Vegas Story, and then you have Viva Las Vegas,
right,
and then you have Casino.
Okay.
They're my three favorite Las Vegas movies.
Yeah.
And Elvis being tied to the Flamingo because of the Viva Las Vegas Story. The movie.
Well, I know the movie, but okay, it's been a while since I've watched it. So what's
well, what happens is Elvis Presley is out swimming. He's trying to get Ann Margaret's attention,
right?
And then he loses all of his money in the swimming pool. So now he doesn't have any money to buy the parts that he needs to fix his car.
Okay, so all that is at the Flamingo.
All that's at the Flamingo.
All right, got it. Okay.
All that is at the Flamingo. Because Ann Margaret was a lifeguard.
Yes. Yep.
Well, she could lifeguard me anytime.
Any day.
But I love the Flamingo Hotel. Matter of fact, when I first moved here, I came to the Flamingo a lot. I don't gamble at all.
No.
But what I did like is they had what's it called? Where the little ball comes up.
Keno.
Keno. I loved their Keno room. even though I didn't gamble too.
Right.
But you could sit there, you could put $10 down and sit and have drinks for a while.
Yeah.
Which I loved.
Yeah.
And then they got rid of it for that stupid cheeseburger joint.
Yeah.
When they already got the best cheeseburger in the world is out in the front.
Right.
And they got that burger place they put back there.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it.
No. You know,
Carlos and Charlie.
and it's sad because you know, that was kind of the fun part about Vegas is you know, $20 could last you for hours.
Right.
You know, and you had a good time just sitting there playing.
And just enjoying yourself.
Yeah. You know, cocktail waitress came over every now and then. Yeah, that's all gone now. So,
Yeah, that was one of my favorite. I really loved that.
Venetian, Palazzo.
Venetian, the Venetian and Palazzo are just so beautiful. Matter of fact, I was staying at the Venetian when my wife was doing our divorce back home, and I called her. I'm at the Encore at the Italian restaurant. So, oh, honey, I miss you. I love you, and I wish you were sitting here. This is so beautiful. The gondola's gone by, and the guy is singing, and it's wonderful. Oh, I miss you too. Meanwhile, when I get home, that's when she had wiped out all the bank accounts. Everything was over.
Yeah.
You know, it was like that was, we all had cell phones, but it was before everything was hooked onto it.
Yeah.
You know. So I didn't know that she was wiping out all of our stocks and everything. She put it to me while I was here. But I had a beautiful room. Service in there is fantastic. I've stayed there a number of times.
There's a store in there called Baumans Rare Books. First edition hand autographed books, things like it's awesome. I was in there one time and they let me hold the oldest known publicly owned Bible.
Wow.
Another time I was in there, they had the author of Mary Poppins. She had signed a book to Walt Disney's maid because she hated Walt Disney so bad that she signed this book and scribbled some words to his maid and then gave it to her. Was not going to give it to Walt.
Yeah, just to poke him in the eye.
Yeah.
Wow, I never knew that.
Oh yeah, it's cool.
That's what's great about this. Every day I learn something new about this town.
Yeah.
Every single day. There's so much to learn every day.
What about the Madison Square Garden Severe?
You know, I think that's going to be fun.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
You know, they're going to have so many things in there. You know, and even just watching the thing being built.
Yes.
You know, it's just been a crazy because of the shape of it.
Yeah. Well, my whole thing is where are they going to exit 17,000 people?
They're not. They're just going to keep them trapped like this, like our traffic.
Yeah.
Once you get here, you're stuck. You know, you can't leave Las Vegas.
I should feel sorry for guys like you because when that thing lights up, you're going to see it.
Oh yeah. I see it now.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not going to need a nightlight.
The new convention center has that gigantic TV. That's a nightlight over my swimming pool. And then I know everybody that's playing at Resort World because they're blinking into my bedroom. And then from my shower, you can see the Trump Tower.
There we go.
You know,
you got it all.
Yeah. So we've got all the lights. We got all the night lights you can imagine.
Have you been to the convention center and done the boring tunnel?
I've not been in the tunnel, but I've been to the new convention. But I've not been in the tunnel yet.
Okay, that's awesome. That is going to be so cool when that's all done.
Well, there's speculation where I live that I guess they're going to try and buy our place and turn it into a parking lot because with the new Wynn property going up across the street. Mm-hmm. And I guess with this tunnel that you're discussing takes people down to the stadium for football.
Yep.
So what I'm hearing is anyways, that they're going to take our place down, the place next door to us, gigantic parking lot, and then they're going to have those Tesla cars, some kind of multi-people car, and take them down to the stadium.
Yep. Yeah. That is so cool.
I just hope we get paid off.
Yeah.
For my condo. Yeah, if they pay me off, I'm happy to go. Well, you know what's so funny is I live so close to the golf course that used to be the Desert Inn golf course.
Right.
Now, back in the day, a lot of my older neighbors and some of the people who have died, they've told me these stories.
Oh.
but Bob Hope Golf Classic was there.
Yep.
So they could literally walk across Desert Inn Road and walk up onto the golf course, and they could see Arnold Palmer and Snead and Nicholas, and Bob Hope was out there, and Raquel Welch, and the Rat Pack, and all these people were there for the golf, because not only do they want to see the golf, they want to be seen.
Right.
Because his television is there. And these are movie stars. What do they want? They want their face on TV.
Right.
So some of my older neighbors, they've got some great stories.
Those are the people I love to just sit down with, buy them lunch, and just have them talk.
Right.
Oh.
You're totally right. We had a lady that lived to be 100 and change. She just died. And, she was a showgirl back in her day. And her husband, who I never met, he was dead before I ever moved there. I guess he was some kind of a manager or something like that, a talent manager. But she was a showgirl. She performed at a couple of different places. But this lady, all the way up to the day she died, she wouldn't walk out of her house without the makeup and earrings and heels and looking good.
Yeah.
Even when she got into the wheelchair.
You never left the house unless you were dressed up.
Right.
There are 2 tour guides from that era. One is her name is Nancy Long. She danced with Shirley Temple.
Wow.
And she will sit there. Her mom moved her here. Oh, they lived in a trailer where New York is.
Wow.
That used to be a trailer park right there.
Wow.
That's where she grew up after she got out of Hollywood, because she got too tall to dance with Shirley Temple.
Oh, okay.
So mom moved her here. She had, the stories she has are just absolutely freaking hilarious.
I'll bet.
But again, she's another one. You never see her dressed like we're dressed.
Right.
Never.
I love to get dressed when I'm on the strip. I love it.
Oh. Yeah. People like that, and I've met so many of them just by sitting in a restaurant. You hear, 2 old guys behind you going, do you remember? And they start to go down that memory lane. Man, I will flip my chair around so fast. It's just like, okay.
Yeah, I want to know. I want the information. I'm the same way. I'm just a vacuum cleaner of information. I want all the information I can get.
Yep. Yeah.
Because people always say to me, do you know everything? No, but I try and learn everything that I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm always trying to learn.
So you were here after the Frontier, after the Stardust was gone.
I was here right at the Frontier was still here for a little while. We had a little bit of an overlap.
Yep. All right.
I got to see the Frontier. I got to see that. But there was a bit of an overlap. Yeah, the Frontier was the second casino on the strip.
Yes. Yeah.
Because everybody thinks the Flamingo is the oldest.
No.
It's the oldest now.
Yeah.
Because Paradise and Frontier are gone.
Yeah.
Diana Ross was the last one to play in the Frontier.
And she was one of the first.
But she's coming back.
Yeah.
She's one of my faves.
Well, it's funny because I'll be down here, and I'm like, okay, the Resorts World is where the Stardust used to sit. The Stardust was basically the story of Casino. And everyone's just like, that was real? Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Everything in it.
They just filmed it at the Riv.
Yeah. The only thing that the movie Casino got wrong was the timeline of the events. Everything in that movie happened, but the timeline and the placement of a couple of the hits were wrong. But otherwise, everything in that movie happened.
Right. Now, you've been over to the house, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I take people there sometimes.
I haven't been in it.
No, I've never been in it, but I've been outside.
Oh. Yeah.
Matter of fact, it was the one day I had a group of guys in from Texas, and we were doing the tour, but they didn't want to go down to Seven Magic Mountains or whatever it was. They're like, nah, we want to do, they're all big oil guys. And so we were talking while we were driving, we were talking about how we all love the mobster movies.
Right.
And I said, I can take you guys to the house that was in the movie. They're like, oh, you can really do that? Is that a real house? I said, oh, yeah. So we drove down there,
Which house?
The Sam's house.
Oh, no, I've never been there.
Oh, get out.
No.
You want to go there?
Yeah.
We can do that.
Okay.
We can do that today. We'll do it now.
All right. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've never been there.
Oh, yeah, it's really cool.
And what's funny is I interviewed Frank Collada, the mobster, okay, who in the movie does a lot of the hits because he actually did the hits. Peppermill. Love the Peppermill. I
Love
love
the
that
Peppermill.
restaurant. The Fireside Lounge in back. Oh, gorgeous. Good food.
Excellent place.
Yeah.
Excellent place. Gigantic food. The first time I went to the Peppermill, this is a great story. I just moved over to this location, and I walked over to Peppermill middle of the night, and I ordered a short stack, which everybody in the world knows is 3 pancakes.
Not there.
Pardon me?
Is it there?
Oh yeah,
Three? Well,
that's
yeah.
just
Well, it's just that they always give you a whole lot of food.
right.
Okay, sorry.
So a short stack is just like when you say short stack, whether you're in New York or Hawaii, it means 3 pancakes.
Okay, all right.
So my first time I went in there, I ordered a short stack, and 2 pancakes came out. And I said to the lady, I said, this is the first time I've seen a short stack that was 2. She says, well, when you finish those 2, I'm going to give you a warm one, because a pancake there is the size of a Frisbee.
Right, yeah.
So if you can eat 2 Frisbees full of dough, we're going to give you another Frisbee full of dough. So I ate 2 halves. And that waitress to this day still makes fun of me. Because it's that kind of place,
Yeah.
They remember you, they love you, and they take good care of you.
Yeah.
So I can go in there and order a sandwich or whatever. Oh, you're afraid of those pancakes, huh? Big tough guy got his butt kicked by some pancakes. Couldn't eat a short stack, And it's fine with me.
Yep.
You got to take the good-natured ribbon.
Yeah. When I first moved here and I was a chauffeur and all that, my dad and my brother came down, and we know my dad was a player. Okay. He didn't make it knowing that he was, but okay, fine, whatever. So I take him to the Peppermill, and my brother's nice. He is very well married, and the cocktail waitress from the Fireside came out, and I had never seen my brother and my dad's jaw just went thump. The cocktail waitress looks at my dad and goes, "Do you want a drink?" And he's like, I'm like, "Dad, what do you want to drink?" And he goes, "Oh, bourbon."
Yeah. Make it a double.
First time in my entire life I saw my dad speechless, and my brother looked at me and goes, "You are not telling my wife this." There wasn't anything to talk about. Just a beautiful waitress.
Just a pretty girl.
Yeah.
The sexiest waitresses in any of the restaurants in Vegas might be Mr. D's. Up on Rainbow, do you know Mr.
Yeah.
D? The Cowboys bar?
Yeah.
Those women are on fire.
Really?
Oh, geez, man. They have to have asbestos swimsuits on.
Oh.
These girls are on fire.
Mr. D's up okay.
Yeah, Mr. D's. And they got great burgers.
Oh.